All right, thanks for coming back to Market Day Report. I'm Scott Shelley, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you're just tuning in, let's get to these markets because these markets are your money. Don't listen to me. Let's move over and see what's happening in that corn. How about corn? Hasn't really moved. We've got to hit the side of the screen, see if anything's going wrong here. 8 3/4 cents higher in that May. 7.43 3/4 is last. We go out to the East, new crop, 9.5 cents higher, making a run towards $7. We're 6.97.5. Look, we did get over $7 earlier in the day. $7 new crop corn. Wow, how about that? All right, let's see what's going on with the soybean market. It was also higher here today, and it's given back a little bit of its gains, but not too bad. 17 cents higher in that May, which is the front month. 15.99 3/4, just under $16 is last. But if you go out to Nove, look at that, 27 cents higher, 14.33 3/4 is the last. So that might be making another run towards that 5th. We got up close to 15, didn't we? But boy, oh boy, then the wheels fell off. Speaking of wheels falling off, what's been going on in Chicago wheat? No, this is pretty good here, isn't it? May's up 22 3/4 cents to 10.07 1/4. While we've got the back months gaining a little bit, 5-6 cents. Let's go to 27 cents higher in that Dees, 9.91.5. How about the hard red wheat, Kansas City? Let's see what we've got going on there. 21 3/4 cent gain in the front month, May, to 10.34 3/4. But if you go out the backs again, 27 1/4 cents higher in March at 10.30 3/4. So a little bit of bear spreading going on there. How about spring wheat? Spring wheat, not so much. 18 cents higher in the May, 10.83 1/4. But if you go out to next March, it's got a 2-cent gain on it, 10.51.5. And then lastly, this one's on fire, cotton, folks. Take a look at cotton, 349 points higher in that May to 138.04, which is about 56 points off the highs. Let's bring in Todd Horowitz from Bubba Trading. Todd is in Las Vegas. Todd, thanks for joining the show. Here, look, I'll lay it out there and I'll let you take it away. Now that we see these prices higher, I'm from a producer family. I like to see it, but lately when they're higher, it's more out of nerves and not good news, right? Than it used to be. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you 100%, Scott. This is more based on inflation. It's more based on the input cost. It's more based on the overall fear trade. We've got very thin markets that are very jagged and running crazy in both directions. We've seen some of the bigger swings we've seen in price movement in grains in years. And of course, the higher they get, the wilder they're going to be. And I think this is what you're seeing, but it's really the overall fear of inflation and the potential food shortage that we're going to have. There's a whole bunch of bad news that are creating these higher prices, which is never a good thing for anybody.
Well, that's a great segue into my show, 1 Central, 2 Eastern, the Cow Guy Close, because I'm talking about that today because we got some intel across the tape that said German retail chains are upping their prices today, Monday, by 20 to 50%. Yeah, I mean, and so I've always said, Todd, and you would probably agree with this, that whatever happens in Europe's probably coming this way because they're the ones that had the Green New Deal before everybody else. Everything that happens there is going to be coming this way. So the reason why I'm highlighting that story is because, boy, oh boy, who wants to see 20 to 50% price rises after what we've already seen?
And if you can get the food, that's the other side of the coin, right, Scott? And, we got supply chain issues all over the place. I went to the grocery store over the weekend. Even Walmart was empty. Okay, so this is a crisis that nobody in our administration wants to recognize and bring it to the forefront.
I agree.
And I think we have to make it part of it. I know we got to go to break. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Well, I was just going to say, if we run out of food, Todd, I'll be the last guy alive. How about that? All right, let's go away. We're going to pay some bills. We'll come back and talk livestock with Todd Horowitz after these messages. All right, welcome back to Market Day Report. I'm Scott Shelley, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. Cheap segue into taking a look at what these live cattle markets are doing. Why don't we take a look at those boards? Live cattle off here pretty much across the board. No pun intended. April's off $1.27 to 137.37. And even October's off $1.25 to 142.67. That looks like it's kind of light, though. How about feeders? Well, they have to deal with a higher corn board, and you can tell that they're not dealing with it very well. April's down $2.72. 158.85, and May right behind it's off 322. So kind of an ugly feeder board there. Let's see if we get anything any better in lean hogs. And the survey says no. April's off $1.57. That's not too bad. 99.72. But boy, oh boy, as you go out the deferreds, even out to July, we got a $4.15 loss to 116.65. All right, let's bring back in Todd Horowitz. He's our guest analyst. Todd, a lot of red on the screen there. What are your thoughts when it comes to the livestock?
Well, I mean, well, look at the grain markets. I mean, look at the inflation, look at the story. And of course, these animals are going to cost a lot more to feed with these higher prices. And of course, everything relates. It's like the chain reaction to everything. I still think they're fine, and I think they're going to probably try to go higher. But we both know that if gasoline continues to go up, then cattle is probably going to have seen its better days for a while, and hogs will be the market that we're going to go to. And of course, with the bird flu or the problems that are going on with those, so it looks like it'll be hogs, and certainly they've had a hell of a run, and maybe we have a little bit of a pullback. But basically, they all look pretty good. The concern will be inflation, and can the consumer afford to buy them when it goes to the store?
Yeah, we had a think tank out late last week that said the year-over-year inflation for pork prices will be up 20% for sure. Beef prices also up 20%, but they said chicken prices up 70%. Boy, oh boy. I mean, that's pretty good go. I mean, again, like I said in the last segment, with what's been happening in Europe, especially in Germany today, with prices going up between 20 and 50%. I mean, and the problem is they said they don't have shortages, Todd, because nobody can afford to buy it. It's all sitting on the shelves, right? So they're not. They're
storing
past
it
that
like
point.
gold in their freezers.
Well, and the only thing that they're starting to limit your purchases on, which is another word for ration, but we can't say that word; it's a bad word, is cooking oil and flour. So that's what they decided to. That's the hill they decided to die on. So we'll wait and see. But like I said, a lot of the stuff that happens over there first, because they went green before we did, could be rolling our way. And I just want to let everybody know that could be something that they have to deal with coming up soon. So appreciate you being on the show, Todd. Great input, great content. Have a good day trading. All right, let's bring it back to Nashville from Vegas so I can throw this over to Janet.